We just added some new functionality to Piccolo Admin, and it's a foreign key selector, and it was quite a challenging piece of UI because potentially you might have millions of rows in a table, and so the foreign key selector needs to be able to handle that without breaking the browser. And so it's quite a challenging piece of work, so we went through all the different options and I think we ended up with something pretty cool. So in this video we're going to demo our solution and also just discuss some of the common pitfalls. So let's get started. So here I've got just simple HTML page showing the different options that we could have gone down. So first of all, we have a normal select element. And so if I just jump over to VS Code, most people have seen these before. You have a select element and then you have lots of options. And then this works quite well for small data sets because people are familiar with the UI. You click on the drop down and then you get a few options. You click on it and then that's that. It's very simple. The problem is that they don't really scale to medium to large data sets, because what happens is there's a lot to scroll through, and even though you can search, a lot of people probably aren't aware of this, and I'm not sure how well this works on mobile either. And furthermore, because every option is a DOM element, as we saw here, if you've got thousands or tens of thousands, you end up with tens of thousands of DOM elements, and this can cause the browser to crash. So it really doesn't scale well at all. So something else is data list. So this is fairly new to browsers and it works a bit like a select. So if we jump over here now and we have a look at the markup, we define this data list element and then we have a bunch of options. But the UI is different because what happens is you can search and it's a bit more obvious that it's searchable than using a select element. And then if you click on this arrow, you can see all of the options. So this is quite cool, but I think some people wouldn't be so familiar with this UI. And also, we have the same issue where we're defining all of these options as DOM elements. So if we end up with, thousands or tens of thousands of options, again, it's going to break our browser. And then finally, we come to search. So search is good for large data sets because if we look at the markup for a search box, we just have an import search and then we use JavaScript to kind of pull the results back. So this is good because we're not using lots and lots of DOM elements. So this is suitable for large data sets. But the only problem is the user needs to know what they're searching for. So imagine I'm searching for George Lucas and I just can't remember his name for the life of me. So you're going to be stuck then. You don't really know what to search for. And it's not like we're Google where you can just search for who's the director of Star Wars. So search boxes also have their own limitations. So what we want to try and do is kind of combine the best of all of these in Piccolo Admin. And we've actually used all of these at some point and none of them were suitable to our needs. So let's jump over to Piccolo Admin and I'll just demo our solution. So now if we go to filters and then director, this is a foreign key selector. So we used to have a search box, but what happens now is when you click on the search box, it opens up this modal. And then we've basically combined a search box, but we also have a list of results. So what this means is if there's only a few results, then they'll immediately show up. You click on the result and then job done. But then if you have lots of results, you can also search. So what this means is it's very scalable. It works if there's only, say, 2 rows in the related table or if there's 2 million. And then if you want to, you can also click load more and then it just keeps loading more and you can kind of paginate through the results. So yeah, that's our solution. Again, it seems quite simple, but we put quite a lot of effort into it. And again, it's just trying to make it scale from very small amounts to very large amounts. Because what we found with the search box is it worked okay for lots and lots of results, but not for small results, and then the select was kind of the reverse of that. Okay, so that was it for today, just a very quick look at this new functionality. Thank you very much.